Hello, good afternoon. Now we are going to study the topic sinusitis in this sequence of ongoing video lectures. So let's start the lecture. So sinusitis is our lecture. In this diagram or picture we can see healthy sinus versus sinusitis. As we know there are five sinus: frontal sinus, maxillary sinus, sphenoid sinus, anterior ethmoidal sinus, and posterior ethmoidal sinus. So here, see, no opacification is present. Here, inflammation of the frontal sinus is present. In maxillary sinus, in the sinusitis, excessive mucus and sinus infection is present. Then coming to introduction of paranasal sinus or sinusitis, inflammation. There is inflammation of the paranasal sinuses, which may be due to infection, allergy, or autoimmune issue. Most cases are due to viral infection and resolve usually within 10 days. The sinus most commonly involved is maxillary sinus, followed in turn by ethmoid, frontal and sphenoid. So जो पैरानेजल साइनस है वो इन्फेक्शन एलर्जी या ऑटोइम्यून इश्यूज के कारण हो सकती है और ये इन्फ्लेमेशन ऑफ पैरानेजल साइनस होती है और मेनली ये जो है वायरल इन्फेक्शन के कारण होती है और 10 दिन में रिजॉल्व कर जाती है. मोस्ट कॉमनली जो इन्वॉल्व होती है साइनस वो होती है मैक्सिलरी साइनस और फॉलोड बाय इथमॉइड देन फ्रंटल देन स्फेनोइड. Acute sinusitis is very common. Roughly 90% of adults have had sinusitis at some point in their life. तो ये बहुत कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है. बहुत से जो 90% पीपल में एटलीस्ट ये कभी ना कभी लाइफ में होती है. So in this picture we can see frontal sinus. These are frontal sinus, maxillary sinuses, ethmoid sinus, sphenoid sinus. So sinuses are hollow areas within the body. And sinusitis means the sinuses are inflamed or infected. Then coming to classification, sinusitis can be classified as acute multisinusitis or pansinusitis, and third is open and closed. First acute, which is less than 4 weeks, subacute 4 to 8 weeks, chronic, which is more than 4 weeks. Then second is multisinusitis or pansinusitis. It is unilateral or bilateral. Then open or closed. This is classification of sinusitis. So first, acute sinusitis. Its etiological factors. First is exciting factors, then nasal infections, trauma, tooth infection, and chemical irritants. First, coming to nasal infections, infections from nose, can invade the sinus directly as sinus and nasal mucosa are in continuation with each other or through the submucosal lymphatics. तो nasal infections के कारण साइनसाइटिस हो सकता है क्योंकि नेजल म्यूकोजा और साइनस म्यूकोजा जो है एक दूसरे से कंटिन्यू रहता है और थ्रू सब म्यूकोजल लिम्फेटिक्स भी नेजल इन्फेक्शंस हो सकते हैं. And trauma it include compound fractures or penetrating injuries of sinus. Barotrauma is other cause. Then tooth infection. Rarely it may be caused by a tooth infection. Maxillary sinus may be affected from the infection of molar or premolar teeth or through the extraction. So tooth infection also leads to sinusitis. And maxillary sinus is infected from infection of molar or premolar teeth. And chemical irritants. Chemical irritation can also trigger sinusitis, commonly from cigarettes and chlorine fumes. So chemical irritants, mainly cigarettes and chlorine fumes, के कारण sinusitis arise हो सकता है. Then swimming and diving, जिसके कारण infected water जो है वो sinus में enter कर जाता है through their ostia. Then coming to predisposing factors, इसके local causes हैं obstruction of sinus ventilation and drainage, stasis of secretion in the nasal cavity, past sinusitis attacks. तो sinusitis की obstruction के कारण ventilation और drainage जो वो है paralyzed हो जाते हैं और nasal cavities में secretions रुक जाती हैं या past sinus attacks. ये predisposing factor हैं local causes. Then coming to general causes, occurrence of sinusitis commonest in wet climate and cold. Atmospheric pollution also has its role to cause infection. तो wet and climate cold में ज़्यादा होती है ये और atmospheric pressure का इसमें रोल रहता है. Atmospheric pollution का इसमें रोल रहता है infection को cause करने में. And causative organisms जो है viral. Acute sinusitis is usually precipitated by an earlier upper respiratory tract infection, generally of viral origin. Then bacterial. If the infection is of bacterial origin, the most common three causative organisms are Streptococcus pneumoniae, Haemophilus influenzae, and Moraxella catarrhalis. Other sinusitis causing bacterial pathogens include Staphylococcus aureus and other Streptococcus species, anaerobic bacteria, and less commonly gram-negative bacteria. Bacterial sinusitis is more persistent. Approximately 0.5% to 2% of viral sinusitis results in subsequent bacterial sinusitis. तो 0 to 5% से लेके 2% of viral sinusitis जो bacterial sinusitis में convert हो जाता है. Then fungal infection, acute episodes of sinusitis can also result from fungal invasion. These infections are typically seen in patients with diabetes or other immune deficiencies, such as AIDS or transplant patients on immunosuppressive anti-rejection medications. तो फंगल इन्फेक्शन के कारण भी साइनसाइटिस हो सकती है और ये यूजुअली डायबिटिक पेशेंट्स में या इम्यून डेफिशिएंसी वाले पेशेंट जैसे एड्स हो गया, ट्रांसप्लांट पेशेंट जो इम्यूनोसप्रेसिव एंटी रिजेक्शन मेडिकेशंस पे उनमें हो सकता है. Then coming to pathology, sinusitis passes through 5 stages. First is catarrhal stage, second is exudative stage, third is suppurative stage, fourth is stage of complications, and fifth is stage of resolution. Inflammatory changes include hyperemia with outpouring of serum and polymorphs associated with local swelling, redness, and edema. Persistence of obstruction and edema for a long case causes occurrence of cell degeneration and with cloudy swelling and necrotic changes. तो इसमें सीरम और पॉलीमॉर्फ्स की आउटपोरिंग होती है जो कि सिम्टम्स को कॉज करती है. Then coming to diagnosis, bacterial and viral acute sinusitis are difficult to distinguish. Bacterial और viral साइनसाइटिस को डिफरेंशिएट करना या डिस्टिंग्विश करना डिफिकल्ट है. However, if symptoms last than 7 days, it is generally considered viral sinusitis. When symptoms last more than 7 days, it is considered bacterial sinusitis. Usually 30 to 50% are bacterial sinusitis. तो अगर सिम्टम्स 7 दिन से कम दिन के लिए प्रेजेंट होते हैं तो वायरल साइनसाइटिस है, और अगर सिम्टम्स 7 दिन से ज़्यादा प्रोलॉन्ग करते हैं रहते हैं तो वो बैक्टीरियल साइनसाइटिस हो जाती है. Then acute maxillary sinusitis. Viral rhinitis followed by bacterial invasion. Diving and swimming in trauma. Dental infections are the most important cause of maxillary sinusitis. और इसके जो predisposing factors हैं, any of the predisposing factors as mentioned earlier may cause infection. जो पहले मेंशन कर चुके हैं प्रीडिस्पोजिंग फैक्टर्स वो सब इसकी इन्फेक्शन को कॉज कर सकते हैं. When coming to clinical features of maxillary sinusitis, headache, it is usually confined to forehead. Pain, it is typically situated over the upper jaw and may be referred to gums or teeth. Pain जो upper jaw में होता है mainly और gums और teeth में refer हो सकता है. Then pain due to pressure or tapping over the anterior wall of antrum. तो प्रेशर के साथ पेन होता है जब एंटीरियर वॉल ऑफ एंट्रम पे टैपिंग करते हैं. Then nasal discharge, it may be present in middle meatus. Post nasal discharge on posterior anoscopic pus may be seen on the upper soft palate. Then coming to diagnosis, transient illumination tests show opaque sinus, X-ray sinus, water stew will show either an opacity of fluid level in the sinus. CT scan is the preferred modalities for the investigation. तो इसके लिए हम जो डायग्नोसिस के लिए टेस्ट करते हैं वो है ट्रांसल्यूमिनेशन टेस्ट, एक्सरे साइनस का जिसमें वाटर स्ट्यू करते हैं, then CT scan. Then coming to treatment, first conservative treatment. Nasal irrigation may help with symptoms of chronic sinusitis. Decongestant nasal sprays containing oxymetazoline may provide relief. But these medications should not be used for more than recommended period. Longer use may cause rebound sinusitis. तो oxymetazoline इसकी कंजर्वेटिव ट्रीटमेंट में यूज होता है पर प्रोलॉन्ग्ड यूज नहीं करना चाहिए, नहीं तो ये रिबोंड साइनसाइटिस कॉज करता है. Then antibiotics. The vast majority of cases of sinusitis are caused by viruses and will therefore resolve without antibiotics. So वायरस के कारण ये होता है, ये इसलिए एंटीबायोटिक से बिना भी ये अपने आप रिकवर हो जाता है. However, if symptoms do not resolve within 7 days, amoxicillin is reasonable antibiotic to use first for treatment with amoxicillin clavulanate, that is augmentin, being indicated when the patient's symptoms do not improve on amoxicillin alone. तो amoxicillin देते हैं. अगर amoxicillin से जो पेशेंट ठीक नहीं हो पाता, then amoxicillin को क्लेवुलिनेट के साथ कंबाइंड देते हैं सिम्टम्स में इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए. Then fluoroquinolones and some of the newer macrolide antibiotics such as clarithromycin and doxycycline are used in patients who are allergic to penicillin. So fluoroquinolones, clarithromycin, doxycycline medicines जो newer medicines हैं उनको prescribe किया जाता है. Then antibiotics are usually ineffective and overall may be of no more than effective than placebos. So they act only as placebos. Those antibiotics may not improve the long-term clinical outcomes of sinusitis. A short course, that is 3 to 7 days of antibiotics, seems to be effective for patients who present without severe disease or any complicating factors. तो अगर देने ही हो एंटीबायोटिक्स तो 3 to 7 days दे सकते हैं. ये उन पेशेंट में इफेक्टिव होती है जिनमें सिम्टम जो है सीवियर नहीं होते या कोई कॉम्प्लिकेशन नहीं होती. Then steam inhalation, alone or medicated with menthol, provides symptomatic relief and is helpful in sinus drainage. It is better to go give inhalation after 15 to 20 minutes after nasal decongestion for better penetration. तो इसमें स्टीम इनहेलेशन देते हैं और इसका बेस्ट मेथड ये है कि इसको नेजल डिकंजेशन अप्लाई करने के 15-20 मिनट बाद दिए जाए तो ये ज़्यादा इफेक्टिव होती है. And analgesics, these should be administered for relief of pain and headache. Hot fermentation, application of local heat to the affected sinus provides soothing effect and also helps in the resolution of inflammation. तो ये सूथिंग इफेक्ट भी देता है, इन्फ्लेमेशन को भी जो रिजॉल्व करता है, हॉट फर्मेंटेशन जो है. Then surgery, enteral elevation. The procedure should only be considered for those patients who do not experience sufficient relief from optimal medication. तो अगर मेडिकेशन से पेशेंट ठीक नहीं होता तो सर्जिकल ट्रीटमेंट करना पड़ता है जिसमें एंट्रल एलिवेशन किया जाता है. Then coming to next type of sinusitis, that is acute frontal sinusitis. Infection confined to sinus mucosa is known as sinusitis. Frontal sinusitis is characterized by the pain localized over the forehead and the patient complaints of headache. तो इसमें headache होता है जो कि forehead में होता है. The pain is severe in morning and gradually subsides towards the noon. तो पेन जो है मॉर्निंग में severe होता है और ग्रेजुअली जो है इवनिंग की तरफ ये सबसाइड होना शुरू होता है और मैक्सिमम जब वो है वो आफ्टरनून में होता है. As the infected material gets drained out from the sinus. इसके etiological factors जो है usually follows viral infections of upper respiratory tract followed later by bacterial invasion. पहले viral infection होता है, फिर bacterial invasion. Due to entry of water into sinus, external trauma to the sinus, edema of the middle meters. इसके predisposing factors जो रहते हैं, etiological factor में local जो है, obstruction to sinus, ventilation and drainage. Any factor which interferes with this function may cause sinusitis. तो ventilation और drainage अगर obstruction होगी sinus की तो sinusitis होगा ही होगा. And stasis of secretions in nasal cavity. And then previous attacks of sinusitis. तो general factors में जो है environmental factors आते हैं पहले. It is common in cold and wet climate. Other factors are pollution, smoke, dust, and overcrowding. Then poor general health, recent attacks of measles, chickenpox, whooping cough, nutritional deficiency, and systemic disorders are responsible for sinusitis. That is frontal sinusitis. Then coming to bacteriology, most cases of acute sinusitis starts as viral infections followed by bacterial invasion. The bacteria most often responsible are Streptococcus pneumoniae, Haemophilus influenzae, Moraxella catarrhalis, Streptococcus pyogenes, Staphylococcus aureus, and Klebsiella pneumoniae, and anaerobic organisms in sinusitis of dental origin. फिर है इसके clinical feature, इसमें frontal headache रहता है, frontal sinusitis में, usually severe and localized over the affected sinus. It shows characteristic periodicity that comes upon waking up, gradually increases and reaches its peak by about midday and then starts subsiding. It is also called office headache because of its presence only during the office hours. तो इसको office headache या periodic headache भी कहते हैं क्योंकि ये सिर्फ office hours में present है. Then tenderness. It is present on the floor of frontal sinus, just above the medial canthus. Edema of the upper eyelid, nasal discharge. Then coming to treatment of acute frontal sinusitis, medical treatment include antibiotics. Antibiotics are given in full doses, usually penicillin or broad spectrum antibiotics like amoxicillin, cefuroxime, and amoxicillin clavulanic acid combinations are prescribed. And nasal decongestants, these help in relieving the nasal obstruction as well as edema of the sinus opening, and this helps in drainage of the sinus. Then analgesics, antibiotics, these are prescribed to combat the pain and pyrexia. General measures. General measures include bed rest, is most important in acute stages. Hot fomentation applied to the affected sinus provides soothing effect and helps in resolution of inflammation. And steam inhalation, medicated steam inhalation taken through the nose are soothing. For better penetration, it should be administered 15 to 20 minutes after nasal decongestion. Then surgical treatment include, first of all, surgery is avoided in acute sinusitis. However, if the symptoms do not subside as increasing cellulitis, then surgery is undertaken. Surgical procedures में जो है trephination of frontal sinus, that is the drainage of frontal sinus done through the floor of frontal sinus above the inner canthus. तो trephination करते हैं इसमें frontal sinus की. Then enteral lavage. It is required in the presence of coexistent maxillary sinusitis, which will increase frontal sinus drainage by relieving edema of the middle meatus. तो एंट्रालाइवेज तो होता है जब मैग्लोसरी साइनसाइटिस इन्वॉल्व हो और इससे जो है साइनस ड्रेनेज में हेल्प मिलती है क्योंकि ये एडिमा और मिडल मीटर्स को रिलीव करता है. Then coming to next type of sinusitis, that is acute ethmoid sinusitis. Its etiology, it is usually associated with infection of other sinuses. Infants and young adults are commonly affected. Its clinical features, first is pain. It is present over bridge of nose, medial and deep to the eye. It is aggravated by eye ball movement. तो ये जो है पेन जो है मीडियल और डीप टू द आई होता है और आई बॉल की मूवमेंट के साथ जो ये बढ़ता है. An edema of lids, nasal discharge, inflammation of the middle cavity. Then coming to this treatment, conservative treatment is same as mentioned for acute maxillary sinusitis. Then surgery. If abscesses are present in the posterior orbit, drainage of sinus through external ethmoidectomy incision is done. Then coming to acute sphenoid sinusitis. So etiology of acute sphenoid sinusitis is acute sphenoid sinusitis is of rare occurrence and usually associated with posterior ethmoid sinus or part of pansinusitis. So it is rare of occurrence और ये जो usually posterior ethmoidal sinus या pansinusitis के साथ प्रेजेंट होती है. इसमें क्लिनिकल फीचर जो है हेडेक, इट इज यूजुअली लोकलाइज्ड टू द occiput or vertex. Then post nasal discharge first may be seen on the roof and posterior wall of nasopharynx or above the posterior end of middle turbinate. So posterior nasal discharge is present. Investigation, opacity of fluid level may be seen in the sphenoid sinus. Treatment of sphenoid sinus is same as for acute infection of other sinuses. Then coming to chronic sinusitis. Chronic sinusitis lasts longer than 3 months and be caused by many different diseases that share chronic inflammation of the sinuses as common symptom. तो ये 3 मंथ से ज्यादा समय तक रहती है chronic sinusitis और इसमें जो है इन्फ्लेमेशन जो है कॉमन सिम्टम रहता है. इसकी बैक्टीरियोलॉजी जो है बोथ एरोबिक एंड एनारोबिक ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर प्रेजेंट. इसकी क्लिनिकल फीचर्स हैं. Clinical features of chronic sinusitis may include any of the following: nasal congestion, facial pain, headache, cough, an increase in asthma symptoms, malaise, thick discharge, feeling of facial fullness of tightness that may worsen when bending over, dizzying, aching teeth. Often chronic sinusitis can lead to anosmia, that is loss of smell. तो ये clinical feature symptoms present हो रहते हैं chronic sinusitis. Then coming to pathology, process of destruction as well as attempts of healing proceeds at the same time. तो destruction और healing एक साथ चलते रहते हैं इसमें. Mucosa of sinus becomes thick and polypoidal and may undergo atrophy. तो म्यूकोजा जो साइनस का है वो थिक हो सकता है, थिक हो जाता है, पॉलीपॉइडल हो जाता है, या फिर उसकी एट्रोफी हो जाती है. Surface epithelium may show desquamation, multiplasia, or regeneration. Infiltration of submucosa with lymphocytes and plasma cells takes place. Granuloma, microabscesses, fibrosis, or polyformation may occur. Then coming to diagnosis. For sinusitis lasting more than 8 weeks, diagnostic criteria are lacking. तो 8 वीक से ज़्यादा जो साइनसाइटिस प्रेजेंट रहते हैं उनके लिए डायग्नोस्टिक क्राइटेरिया प्रेजेंट नहीं है, लैक है. और सीटी स्कैन इज रिकमेंडेड बट दिस alone is insufficient to confirm the diagnosis. Then nasal endoscopy, a CT scan, and clinical symptoms are all used to make positive diagnosis. तो इसमें एंडोस्कोपी, सीटी स्कैन और सिम्टम्स जो प्रेजेंट है उनके बेस पे डायग्नोसिस को एस्टैब्लिश किया जाता है. A tissue sample for histology and cultures can also be performed. Examining multiple biopsy samples can be helpful to confirm the diagnosis. So multiple biopsies भी की जाती है इसमें. Then treatment, conservative treatment should be employed initially and include antihistamines, decongestant, antibodies, and sinus irrigation. तो कंजर्वेटिव ट्रीटमेंट में जो है वो एंटीहिस्टामाइन्स आते हैं जो लोग जो कि यूज किए जाते हैं. देन डीकंजेस्टेंट जो कि लोकल सिस्टमिकली यूज किए जाते हैं. देन एंटीबॉडीज एंड साइनस इरिगेशन इज. Then second is usually surgery is required for following purpose. First, to provide free drainage and ventilation, and next to remove all irreversible impurities so that wide drainage may be provided and sinus may be obliterated. That is radical surgery. तो वाइड ड्रेनेज के लिए सर्जरी को परफॉर्म किया जाता है और फ्री ड्रेनेज या वेंटिलेशन के लिए. तो सर्जरी के 3 एम होते हैं. एक तो फ्री ड्रेनेज या वेंटिलेशन, तीसरा जो है जो ड्रेनेज है उसकी रेंज वाइड हो. तो ये इस प्रकार से लेक्चर खत्म होता है. थैंक यू वेरी मच. तो इस प्रकार से हमने साइनसाइटिस का टॉपिक कभी किया है, जिसमें हमने एक्यूट और क्रॉनिक साइनसाइटिस दोनों का स्टडी किया है. एक्यूट साइनसाइटिस में हमने फ्रंटल मैक्सिलरी एथमॉइड स्फेनॉइड साइनस की स्टडी की है. इनके एटियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर्स क्या हैं, क्लिनिकल फीचर क्या है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन डायग्नोसिस के लिए कौन सी करते हैं, और जो कंजर्वेटिव ट्रीटमेंट और सर्जिकल ट्रीटमेंट हमने एक्यूट साइनसाइटिस में किया. इसी प्रकार से हमने क्रॉनिक साइनसाइटिस में इसके एटियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर्स, देन क्लिनिकल फीचर्स, देन टाइप्स, diagnostic criteria, then conservative treatment as well as need of surgical treatment and the benefits achieved by surgical treatments. So we have discussed these points in this lecture. So thank you very much for listening to the lecture. Have a nice day. Be happy, keep studying, enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.